Across the country, students cringe as they enter the classroom for test day.
I'm not really a good test person.
I despise the test.
There's always that feeling that you're not going to do good on the test.
In the past year, states have either canceled their high-stakes end-of-the-year tests, the students took the test and scores went down due to the pandemic, or they allowed students to opt out altogether.
Online learning was already much of a burden for me, so I didn't want to add more tests onto that.
No matter how hard I prepare for it, especially during the day of the exam, my mind would go blank. I would forget everything I've learned.
ZHAO is a senior at Brooklyn Technical High School in New York City. His original test scores didn't meet the requirements for admission, but he was allowed in after his total academic record was reviewed.
Do you feel some anxiety about standardized testing?
I definitely feel anxious.
Do you think that the standardized test is the best way to determine what kind of student you are?
I don't think any one test can really determine one student's academic proficiency.
Test anxiety is one of the many reasons Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says it's time to replace those end-of-the-year high-stakes tests that determine students' promotions, graduation, even school funding. Instead, he's proposed multiple tests throughout the year to reduce stress and allow teachers to better monitor student progress.
Yes, we're going to continue to make sure that we're measuring results, having high standards, but we're going to do it in a way that's more student-friendly, parent-friendly, and teacher-friendly.
Shifting off and using something as an alternative could be a very positive gain. They also cause a lot of stress.
DANIELA MONTALTO is the clinical director at the NYU Child Psychology Center.
What we've learned is that these tests do have some intrinsic bias. They're not always representing and really capturing all of a student's abilities, and they're really not very supportive to those who are in the low income kind of bracket, and minority students are really at a disadvantage.
But some parents suggest testing is the only way to measure what their child knows.
Take it away completely off the board and not have an idea of where someone might be could set a lot of different tones.
Sarah KATRINA is a parent and founder of Kids on the Yard, a tutoring agency.
It could set the tone of, okay, then we don't have confidence in you that you can reach this mark, even though it's been a difficult year.
Difficult for kids who were already struggling at the start of the year.
We already knew that they were behind, but COVID-19 amplified that. Those children are brilliant. It's a reflection of poor instruction and low expectations.
Sonia Thomas is the mother of a high school student and founder of an advocacy group of Nashville parents.
I began to realize that the shame that I was feeling as a mother and that he was feeling as a child, it wasn't our fault. Like, we're doing everything that we can.
Despite the anxiety, these students still believe the high-stakes tests serve a purpose.
Would you like to see the standardized test as we know it now go away?
In school, we have midterms. I feel like making it kind of like a midterm, but not having it weigh as much.
I feel like it is a good marker, but I feel like it should definitely be revamped in a way. It should be a little bit, there should be less weight put upon it. It shouldn't be a sole determiner in how successful you are academically and in school.
Florida legislators will have to approve any changes to the standardized tests. The results could weigh heavily on what other states do.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.